What's going on? How's everybody doing out there on this wonderful day? So let's get right into it. So I got a brand new mold in the shop this evening, and it is the 5-inch Pintail Worm from Epic Bait Molds. A few weekends ago they threw out an awesome deal for Labor Day weekend, and I picked up this bad boy right here. I've been wanting this mold for quite a while. I think I can do a lot of different styles with it. Of course, most people will probably be doing like a drop shot or a Ned rig. I think you could even wacky rig it, and I think you could probably use it weightless and maybe use it as a jerk bait. With that tail, I think it would do some really awesome, flapping and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see what baits look like in this new mold. I pulled a color out that I got this summer, but I haven't shot this color yet. And I think it'll look pretty good with these Pintail worms, and that is called Chart Pumpkin right there from Lure Works. I think this is going to be our first color that we do. I'm going to grab some glitter to kind of go with it. Of course, I have made a pumpkin where I've mixed a little bit of chartreuse with it, but we're going to see how Lure Works came up with their version of it. I've already got the plastic laying right here. We're going to put it in the microwave, and I think we're going to shoot maybe a couple solid colors first, and then we'll shoot a laminate and see how good this mold laminates a worm and stuff like that. So, well, enough said for that. Let's put this in the microwave, get it cooking. Let's make our first color for our Pintail worms. All right, everybody, I just put 10 drops in there. We're going to start that in there and see what it's like. Okay, that is very, very thin. So that was 10 drops. So let's go another 30. All right, everybody, this is another 30 drops. We're going to see if this darkens up a little bit. That is very, very thin. All right, we're going to go another 10 drops. All right, it's a total of 50 drops in this. So my spoon does disappear in there. Give me a second, I'll be back. All right, everybody, we have a total of 50 drops of this, and I think it's still a little light, but I like the color. But I'm going to darken it up with 1 drop of black from Lure Works. So let's see if I can do this with my left hand. There we go. And that should darken it up a little bit. There we go. Nice little green color. Let's take a look at that on the side here. Well, it's still really, really thin. Really, really thin. Let's go another 10 drops with the Lure Works. All right, everybody, we put another 10 drops in there. I do not want to put any more black in there, but it is still pretty see-through. But let's add some glitter and see what that does. So on the small glitter, we're going to do a 1/32 teaspoon, just to kind of fill in the little blanks. We'll clean that spoon off. And then on the medium black, we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of it. Clean that spoon off. Okay. Then I pulled some orange. I think this color would look pretty good with some orange flake or glitter, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do small, medium, but in the small, I'm going to do a 1/8. Get that in there really good. There we go. A little bit off the top. I think this orange and this char pumpkin will bounce off each other pretty good and make a pretty cool looking worm color. And then on the medium orange, I'm going to do another 1/4, just like I did with the black. There we go. And I'm going to say this is going to be our bait color. Like I said, we're just trying to get started. We just want to get a base on what these worms look like. And I think this will be a great worm color. Let's stir all this in there. Scrape the sides. And that darkened it up pretty good. Oh yeah. Let's shoot that. Alright, everybody, we're at 334 degrees. I think is plenty hot enough for this pinworm mold. Got our color all vacuumed and ready to go here, and we're shooting. Hold a little bit of pressure, fill it up to the top. All right, we're gonna let that sit in the mold for a few minutes, and then we'll peek inside and see how cool these 5-inch pinworms look. All right, everybody, let's take a look at these and see how they came out. So I'm gonna pull there we go. Ooh, that's a good color. I like that. I like that. Oh, they're all just falling out. I'm just gonna pull them out. But look at that. Oh yeah. That's a good color. You can like see down into it. Yeah, I got a little bit of glitter on my finger there. Oh yeah, that looks good. Kind of Halloween-y, huh? I like it. Pretty sweet looking color. So let's pull one off there and take a good look at it. Whoops, I pulled a little bit of the sprue with it. Oh yeah. I dig it. Good color. All right, let's go to another color. All right, everybody, so I want to do one more solid color in these Pintail worms here. So I already got the color mixed up here to save some time. So I put 25 drops of this Dead on Plastics brick. I did a 1/4 teaspoon of small blue flake and a 1/4 teaspoon of medium blue flake, which gave us this really awesome color. So we're going to shoot this next, and after this one, we're going to do a laminate. So let's get this back in the microwave, get it vacuumed. Let's shoot this mold. All right, everybody, we're at 330 degrees. Let's see how these worms look. A little bit of red bug color. Hold a little bit of pressure. Fill it up. Put up a little bit more. There we go. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to let them sit in the mold for a few minutes. Clean up our mess here, and then we'll take a look inside and see how this color looks. All right, everybody, let's take a look at these red ones and see how they came out. Oh. Trying to get them all to fall down on the same side. Close enough, I guess. Fix them up a little bit here. I'm digging this color, though. I will say that. I like that. That's the best I can do. Look at that color. That color is awesome. I am really digging that blue with that brick color. Let's go ahead and get all these off here. We're going to put them on a tray here in a few minutes anyways. There we go. This one wanted to keep a little bit extra. There we go. Let's take a look at that one. Look at that. Yeah, that looks really awesome. Like I said, I put a 1/4 teaspoon of both sizes of flake in there of the blue, and just makes those really pop. Let's take a look at the second one here. Oh yeah. Simple color, and I believe it'll work. All right, everybody, we are going to move on, and we're going to clean up our mess here, and we're going to pull out the double injectors, and I think we're going to do some kind of blue, kind of shad color. So I'm going to pull some stuff off the shelf, get it down here, and we'll come up with a really cool laminate for these Pintail worms. All right, everybody, we are in the middle of making our laminate. Like I said, we're going to do like a bluish shad kind of color or something like that. So the belly is very easy. It's snow shine. I put 15 drops of snow shine in a 1/2 cup and 2 drops of white. I did a little bit of holographic glitter and some small black glitter, and that made that one done. I just got 20 drops of this neon blue from Dead on Plastic, and the snow shine and the white were both from Dead on Plastic too. Like I said, we got 20 drops in here. Makes this really cool looking blue, and we are going to put some glitter in it. So I pulled out some teal, and I got Barlow's blue right here. So I was using Lureworks blue in the in like the red bug. Now we're gonna use Barlow's blue. So in the big teal, I'm probably going to get rid of these 1/4 teaspoons. Let's do an 1/8 of a teaspoon in big teal. Okay, sweet, I did pretty good. I don't want to dip that spoon. And then I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of the medium blue. Okay, let's clean that off. All right, that takes care of our 2 medium colors. Let's put these back up there. Let's mix this in. Oh yeah, looking really good. Now it makes that really cool kind of blue color with some teal and some blue in it. All right, now let's fill in the gaps. Let's do a 1/32 of small blue and teal. Like I said, we were making this in a 1/2 cup. Okay. I'm also going to do some black in this. I think I can clean my 1/4 teaspoon up right now. I'm sorry, my 1/8 teaspoon. So where is my medium black? It is clear over here in the back. Give it a little character because I put small black in the belly. I'll put medium black in the top. Okay. Now what do I got left to do? I got to put in small teal. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a 1/32 teaspoon. I'm cleaning off my spoon right here. Okay. That should get all the gaps filled in really good for us. Alright, let's mix this up and see what we got here. Oh yeah, very, very cool. Very loud color. Yeah, I like it. Am I seeing the small blue and the small teal? Yep, I sure am. Alright, now we're going to add some Holoshift. I got a 1/64 teaspoon here, and we got some Borealis from 8-Bit Baits. And we are pretty much out of Borealis after this. So we're going to take that. Look at that. I'm out of Borealis pretty much. This is a good color and I'm almost out of it. I don't even think I can do another bait with it. Oh no. But we have enough for this one. That's all that matters for right now. And then this is really going to make this bait pop. Or this color pop. Oh yeah. Yep, and I'm going to add 5 more drops, which is going to be a total of 25 drops. Like I said, this Neo Blue from Dead on Plastic, pretty thin. I think we're going to go with that. Alright, let's shoot that. Alright everybody, we got our double injector out, ready to inject this. These are in the 3 high 40s. We'll hope this works. Got my SDG Multi Block here. It really doesn't matter what side the block is because the worms are the same on both sides. Holding a little bit of pressure. Fill that up. Oh, a little too much fill up there. And then we're going to let that sit in the mold like we always do, and then we'll take a peek inside and see how our kind of a shad color. I'm just going for something kind of blue and white in these worms, and pretty much just want to see how good they laminate. Also, we'll say if you're ever using this mold, you do have to come back. You want to top it off just a little bit. There we go. Now we'll let that sit for a little bit. Alright everybody, let's see how our laminate came out. Let's see if I can get... Oh, they all came out pretty close to one side. Oh, I'm digging the bottoms. I am digging the bottoms. Alright, there's the bottoms. Pretty cool. You can definitely see that snow shine in there. And then here's the tops. Oh, yeah. What a color. That came out exactly like I wanted it to. Look at that. See if we can see the Borealis in there. Oh yeah. It's in there. Alright, let's take one off. See how good it laminated? See that line? Where the snow shine is and then where the Neo Blue. What a cool color. Yeah, good blue. Take all these off for a second. Takes a second. Got 10 of them. Shoot 10, ready to go. Look at that. I am digging that color. That is a cool, cool color. There you go. Now you can really see the laminate. Yeah, I think you see the Borealis. Yeah, there it is. See it in there? That sheen in there. Oh, that looks good. I'll take it. I'll take that every day of the week. Alright everybody, that is going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching. Tell me what you thought of the 5-inch Pintail Worm. Pretty awesome mold if I do say so myself. I don't know exactly when this came out. I stumbled across it a couple months ago and I definitely wanted it as one of my next molds and stuff. And we got it. If you want to get your hands on one of these, I will definitely leave a link to Epic Bait Molds down in the description below. And even if you're not really interested in this one, I would highly recommend that you go over there and check out their website because they have dropped a whole bunch of molds in the last couple weeks, which is really, really awesome. So, but I believe that's going to do it for this one. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, give this video a like, give it a share. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the baits. I don't know which color I like the best, but I definitely am taking all 3 of these the next time I go fishing. And that is going to do it for this one. But before we go, let's take a look at these baits.